Welcome.
Welcome back to TAE Time.
How's everyone? How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm really good. I'm fabulous.
Yeah.
No, I am. Big news, but we'll talk about it later on today.
Big news.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good, to be honest, as well. I went to sleep at 3 a.m. last night. That could only mean one thing. For most people, they'd be like, "Oh, you just went out on a nice night out." You know, no.
Party credit.
No, what it means is I went and I was playing video games till 3 a.m. with my friends.
Okay, what did you play?
I was playing Destiny 2, the new expansion, Witch Queen came out. Damn, it's been a long time.
Tell us more. What does this mean to a non-gamer?
It means that it's like new content and new everything, and it's very good. The story so far, we like played the main campaign last night till like.
So is this like a shooting game or?
Yeah, it's like a space wizardry shooting game. It's pretty cool. Like, there's no real way to explain it. It's super sick. Like, anyone who knows Destiny knows like Destiny's a crack. Like, Destiny 2 isn't as much like addictive. Like, so this is my journey with Destiny here. I'll run it down with you. So when the first Destiny came out on PS4, way back when. This is nearly a decade ago or something like that. You know, like 7 years, I think, ago or something like that. 6, 7 years ago. Like that, the first Destiny came out on PlayStation. I got it in the summer, right? And I was really excited for this game. I played it a bit and I didn't really care, right? I got to start it, right? And then I came back to it like a month or two later, and I just got hooked. Like, I was literally playing Destiny every single day, and then even like when we went back to college, I didn't bring my PlayStation with me to college. It was down here. I would literally like take the first bus on Friday back home, get online, play. And I was just playing this game. I was hardcore addicted. This game was crack to me. I was absolutely addicted to it. Like, I was playing it over and over. Like, I couldn't get my hands off it. I put in thousands of hours into the first one. I just could not get. I was hardcore addicted to the first Destiny. There was just the mechanics of the way it worked, like the way, like, to get loot, like you need these things like loot, you need better gear, all these things, right? And like to get better gear, you have to like grind, which means you have to do a lot of stuff over and over and over again. But the way that mechanism worked in Destiny in the first game, it was so hard to get things. It was so hard to get good loot. So like it felt amazing when you got good loot.
Okay. And
so you were just addicted to, like, you were literally spending like 100+ hours to get like one thing that was good, and then you're like, it was like the birth of your first like child. You know, you're like, oh my god, you're excited in class. Like, when I got this weapon, it's called Icebreaker. That was a really good sniper. Like it took me, like, I've been playing the game for like well over a year, and I still never got that weapon to drop for me. Damn. Ever. And then it dropped like one time when we were doing like one of these raids, and I literally screamed. I was like, oh my god, I got it. I was so excited. And like one of the most sought after weapons in the game, Gallahorn, I literally didn't get that weapon until Destiny was just finishing, like right before Destiny 2 came out. Like that was like 3 years or some shit. Like it took me 3 years.
Like, do you think if, like, say a new gamer were to start, you know, and play, and do you think the difficulty of like getting good loot and stuff, would that turn them off?
I think in the original Destiny, yeah, it definitely would turn people off. Absolutely. I don't think I think you have to be some kind of masses, you know, to be honest, to enjoy the way Destiny.
Everyone
absolutely
right now, like, who enjoyed it, like,
you know, like, because like the way Destiny, the first game, assaulted you like by not giving you anything was the worst thing ever, but also the best thing ever. Destiny 2 is a lot better with like loot progression, and like it makes it hard but not too hard, and it's
keeping the
more,
brain like constantly, like,
you know, kind of again that dopamine rush a lot more often.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like absolutely. So like I was absolutely addicted to Destiny 2. I have enjoyed. I like go up and down with it. I like get really into it, and I'm like, but I didn't really have that with Destiny. I was just like on the gas pedal, full pedal to the metal, just fucking accelerator the entire time. Okay. Destiny 2 is like start, stop. But now this new expansion came on, and I'm enjoying it a lot, clearly, because I was like, I haven't,
until 3 a.m.
you know, until 3 a.m. And I would have stayed up as well for even longer. Like my mate was still playing until fucking 6 a.m. Like I would have stayed as well if it wasn't for the fact I'm like, fuck, I have work. Actually, I should probably go to bed.
Oh,
I was
adult
like,
responsibility.
I was like, I should probably go to bed. You know, I should probably go to bed now.
But at that stage, you know, just stay up. Like you're up to 3. What's 3, 5?
Yeah, and then I get no sleep, and then I'm tired as hell all
No
day.
sleep.
And especially at work today, I was like, my brain was just going crazy because of like one of the problems I was trying to solve was just wasn't working out for me. So I was like, thank fuck I actually got some sleep because it would have been terrible.
Do you know what the way games are designed? Like they genuinely are like crack. You know?
That's the whole
point.
I
remember I was exactly like that, and I probably talked about this, you know, in a different episode as well. But Infamous Second Son got me like that. But luckily I was in school, so my commitments were different. Like I was able to stay up late because I didn't really care, and then I like woke up early to like play it, and you know it was like that. And then the second game that was like that for me was Watch Dogs, and like Watch Dogs 2, and I was like, I can't put it down. All I want to do and all I think about is this game. You know, it's really problematic. No,
it's good. Like they're made that way. Like the whole point is that they give you dopamine rush. You get addicted to that, chasing that dopamine rush over and over and over again, and then you're fucking like. That's why live service games like that, kind of like Destiny, as in like games that are online and they're continuously delivering content and stuff like that, are very big in the industry now. Like because they know, if we can get you hooked on the mechanics of this game and we just keep giving you new content here and there, like you're just going to keep playing the game, keep spending money in the game. You're going to keep, your whole life's going to be this game, and you're going to give us all your money,
you know? No, that's true. And obviously this is, you know, common with like gamers and people who are interested in buying a console or like whatever, but it's very prevalent in like, you know, mobile games as well. I saw the other day, it was actually TikTok, and it was like this lady who was like, oh, I'll admit it, you know, during like a depressive episode I spent like, I don't know, $78 on Candy Crush.
Fuck.
No, but listen, all the comments were like, that's it, like, you know. And it was a very positive vibe in the comments that was like, I'm sorry, but like €78 is a very small price to pay for like a depressive episode, and like, you know, I've done a lot worse and everything. It was very encouraging and stuff like that. And then in the like broad scheme of things, I'm thinking, I'm like, you know, it's easy to see these as like, what are they called, microtransactions, but like those are the only transactions in game like Candy Crush, whereas like you buy your, you know, your Destiny game to begin with, and then you can choose to buy stuff in, whereas Candy Crush is free. So like if you really think about it, it's like, yeah, she just like bought a game, you know.
No, Destiny's free.
But no, I know what you're saying, but like
microtransactions are the worst things in video games. Like because we have different types. Obviously we're trying to get away and move away from, what's it called, we're trying to move away from like negative pay to win microtransactions, where it's like you pay stuff and then you automatically have an advantage to other people in the game, and we're trying to move to only cosmetics. But both of them are still bad. Like microtransactions are so bad, like because you just spend money on things that, but, like on these digital assets.
I think, you know, the way you said, like, if you don't have to, if it doesn't give you like an advantage in game, fine.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, but still, like people, like for example, FIFA makes, like EA makes billions every year off fucking Ultimate Team.
Millions, billions.
You know, and that one is like essentially pay to win, because if you pay a lot of money for Ultimate Team and you just get lucky eventually, and you get the better and better characters, like because they have the ratings, right? And the only way to get the really good ones is to pay for a box or something, unless you slowly grind your way to eventually, after a few games, you get you know, to draw a few cards. But like if you just pay money, you can just draw cards as much as you want, right? And the thing is, those cards that you draw are players you can use in the game, and they have better stats. But people will spend so much money. EA makes billions a year alone on Ultimate Team. They make billions with a big B, you know? Like,
but you, like, at the same time,
but then you have, in contrast,
I'd be mad at that. If I'm the company, like, I'm not mad.
You know, oh sure, EA is fucking laughing to the bank. Like it's like the TikTok's like, bag alert. Like that's literally it. Like major bag alert. Like every time, absolutely, every single time. But like then you have stuff like Fortnite, which is just cosmetics, you know. But Fortnite makes so much money off skins. Like even I hate spending money on games. Like, but I bought one skin in Fortnite. That's a lot for me. Like fucking mad. Well, to be honest,
put to shame.
You know, like man, like Fortnite like has the freaking kids is playing on a chokehold. All their mom and dads buying V-Bucks without even knowing. Their kids buying V-Bucks, buy skins, fucking madness. No, for real. Like
I get it though.
You know,
I get it.
You want to look cool in front of your friends.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's the virtual world in which to look cool. This reminds me, and I laugh because I did that. But I was, this is so sad, like such a sad memory, but I was completely addicted to Small World, right?
Oh, fucking Small World.
And it was like a Sims type thing.
Yeah, it's like an online Sims like mimic, essentially.
That's it. So it was just like, play online. Except like there was no game. Like as in like you weren't like paying to, compete or like whatever. It was just go online, talk to random strangers. But you were paying to buy like currency in game to buy stuff like houses and like
to make yourself look pretty and look cooler and
to people that like weren't even my friends. My friends weren't on this. Yeah. It was online people that probably men, like old men.
Yeah,
I was like a little girl.
Video games, isn't it?
Yeah, it was crazy. And thinking about it, like I spent so much money.
Yeah, no, video games, they got that hook, they know what they're doing. Microtransactions are madness, They really out here making lots of money. Like I just spent was it a few weeks ago, €50 on Valorant, because man, Valorant skins are so expensive. Like, so essentially to buy like 1,000 like Valorant points or whatever, that's €10, right? So you can essentially say 100 Valorant points is 1 year. You it's not exactly, but you can just round it up, right? Like skins for like one weapon skins can be like €35.
Sheesh.
Like 3,500 Valorant points and stuff like that.
They could buy me groceries. They could buy me a lot of groceries.
Like Valorant skins are expensive, but I spent €50 there, and I was like, because I was like, I'm never gonna buy fucking Valorant skins, right? There's this butterfly knife in the game, right? That I want. I didn't buy it, no. Really? So I saw it before, and I was like, no, I don't spend money on Valorant skins, like because they're too expensive. It's outrageous, right? Okay. And it was on the black market. It's like this thing they do it once in a while where you get random things, each person, and random skins that are at a discount. And I got it at a discount as well. So like I could have gotten it. Usually it's like €45. I was able to get it for like 30 or whatever. So like €15 like off, right?
But that's...
Ooh. And then I was like, nah, I don't spend money on Valorant skins. But then literally a few weeks ago, I was like, oh my God, there's these skins and this is the store I really want. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I put in €50, bought like 5,000 whatever Valorant points essentially, and then because you get a bonus when you buy more expensive ones or whatever. And then I bought the battle pass for like 1,000, and because that has a knife at the end of it that I really wanted. And then I bought like the skin in the store, and I was like fucking pissed off at myself, because not just because I bought it, but because I was like, why did I do it now when I could have bought the fucking butterfly knife that I wanted like fucking like 2 months ago for so much cheaper, for 30 quid. I was so mad.
I was about to ask, like, how did you feel?
Yeah, because like I've never seen that butterfly knife again, because it's inside the store, it's random stuff every day. So like usually you never see something again, like, or unless it's for a long time. So I haven't seen that knife again, and I'm just there like vexing myself, fucking buying on stuff when I really wanted that butterfly knife. Like,
but I feel I've never heard of prices of things being that much in game.
Counter-Strike would say otherwise.
Really?
Counter-Strike skins are ridiculous. So Counter-Strike has like a marketplace where you can get like these bundles and get keys, right? So you have to pay for the keys and you have to pay for the packages, right? But those ones are affordable, but then you use a key to open the package and then you get a random weapon skin, right? But the way it works is Counter-Strike has a secondary market where you can sell your skins on the market for like points, essentially for real world money, right? And like some like skins are so hard to get, so rare, that like some of those skins on the secondary market are selling for 300, 400, 500 like plus like euro per skin. Like if you want to buy it off someone else, because you can trade,
so you can
like
make
skins
like real
that.
Life money.
Like there are people who literally sell like as a side hustle sell CS:GO skins.
Oh my god!
Like
fuck them NFTs. Maybe this is the market I need to get into.
CS:GO skins is massive market.
See, and it's crazy because once again, like these are ridiculously priced. But it's like, can you imagine you with money, and then you're like, still feel bad. But then imagine like you have a kid who really wants this, and then their parents like are like, well, groceries are your fucking skin in game. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
You know?
it's tough for parents who can't afford to be giving their kids all these money.
Yeah, no, honestly, some like cosmetic items in games they make so much money. Like, it's actually crazy. It's crazy how it works. Like, people, the way, like, just seeing this little thing on your person and just be like, yeah, that feels good. That feels good. You know? And then killing people, you're like, yeah, that's fucking glass.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
That's the one. Like, fuck, no, honestly. Like, the knife at the end of the battle pass is a cram. It's like one of these knives. It's like kind of like this knife that has like a loop at the end and it's curved. And it's a really, like, popular video game knife, and so that skin is pretty cool. And like, I was literally grinding that battle pass. I got it today, actually, right before I came in. And then like grinding it just so I could get it. And literally all you do in the game is like you spin it, you know, you do stuff, and it's just like whatever, and you can kill people with it. But like,
no, but I can see the happiness on your face.
Yeah,
talking about
the
it.
joy
like,
of doing it is what matters. You know, like, it's wild. You know, like, even fucking, but like, at least like the way I see it is like for the Destiny, right? I had to buy that expansion pass, but I can justify those ones because it's literally me getting more content. I'm not getting like just a skin. I am getting cosmetic stuff because they give, like, if you pre-order it, you get those additional bonuses, but you get a bunch of content. Like, I'm gonna get like a good few months again out of Destiny now because of this new content drop.
It's like the game is like
revamped, like relaunch, you know, type of thing. So it makes sense.
Life.
But when it's just skins, I hate myself every time I buy a skin because I know I'm getting nothing but just the stupid dopamine of seeing this thing on the screen. Like, at least with DLC, I'm getting extra content. But with fucking cosmetic items, I feel like it's worth spending money on cosmetic items because you get nothing out of it except for just the dopamine of seeing that thing.
It's worth it.
Yeah, no, fucking.
Because it's worth it.
Because it's so worth it. But yeah, no, let me know if you've done any video game purchases of any kind.
But and I mean, genuinely mean like mobile games too. I'm curious to hear. Like, I spend money on Candy Crush. I'm not afraid.
I actually think people who spend money on mobile games are the worst people on earth.
Don't do that because most people are mobile gamers.
Imagine spending money on a mobile game.
Imagine they're like probably $1 billion companies.
It's a $1 billion industry. Mobile gaming is a multi-billion
and
dollar
rightfully
industry.
so. I've spent money on Candy Crush before.
Sure, Activision bought fucking King, the people who own Candy Crush, because of how much money it makes.
I can see why.
And now Microsoft owns both Activision, Blizzard, all of them now because like it's worth. Video games make so much money.
This actually reminds me. It's not related to anything, but do you remember the meme I was sending you the last day? And it's like, oh, you know, with like the World War III starting, and then Activision is just like laughing to the bank.
Yeah, Activision's laughing to the bank because they're like, we got a lot of games coming up. It's all set. All this Russia Ukraine thing, money. They're like, bag alert.
Exactly.
You know,
precisely it.
No, but honestly, actually, good transition to fucking.
I was about to say
Ukraine, Russia, now.
What's your thoughts on that?
Madness right now. You see, fucking. Russia actually invaded the Eastern Bloc now of Ukraine.
Yeah, and then
because I keep trying to say Dostoevsky, but the thing is, it's this map in Rainbow Six. It's like Cafe Dostoevsky or whatever. So, but it's like Do whatever and LO. Those places they're seen it as they're not Ukraine. You know, they're their own states.
I heard, but I saw the sanctions that were put through.
From America and
as well. Germany. They
put
put one through. It was like the gas?
The pipe. They just stopped it. You know.
I was actually reading somewhere. It was like how if there would have been a way to stop Russia, and this is the way. Like, this is like the biggest kind of like cards to like stop all like you know, things helping them or whatever. And it was like how I'm so surprised that they did this so early on. When, you know, I thought that they just let it go on for a while, try to stop them, but they actually just like pulled through straight away. So.
Well, it's not really early on. They essentially have already started invading Ukraine.
But I think it's like as soon as they invaded.
Yeah, I get you. Like the speed at which it responded.
Yeah.
But like it was bound to happen. Like, I don't know. I feel like Putin is on a real big power trip right now. You know, if I end up dying the next few days, you know why, by the way. I feel like he's just on a power trip. Right now. It's like on a power trip right now. And things, I don't know, things are very heated right there. Like, and everything is going crazy. Like, fucking like everyone memes about World War III, but worst case scenario, that shit could actually.
No, because for
You
real,
know,
like,
but I don't think it's gonna get that bad. Honestly, I like mutually assured destruction is always at the back of everyone's mind. As crazy as Russia is, unless Putin has has actually lost his marbles and he has a death wish and he doesn't care if everyone dies by nukes, like it's not gonna happen because like mutually assured destruction is the biggest fear in everyone's back.
But they didn't seem to care back in the day when.
No, but back in the day there wasn't nukes like that. Now everybody has
but
nukes.
Who says
like
they're gonna use the nukes? Maybe they're just gonna use.
There's no way. Like essentially, the way it works is the moment someone starts losing, they're like, shoot the fucking nukes, and then other people are like, shoot the fucking nukes. Oh well, there goes Earth. Boom.
Alright, guys. Say your goodbyes.
Say your goodbyes because you ain't ever seeing your loved ones again because you're all
I think
dead.
they can do a lot of damage, destruction, without the nukes though. Like,
oh, absolutely.
You know?
Like fucking ridiculous amount of like are the anti-ballistic missiles, all these other things like intercontinental ballistic missiles, all these other things are going crazy right now. Yeah, honestly, like it's fucking like we're so much powerful now, like military wise, like and like advancement, like a lot of shit can fucked
that's because a lot of money's put into it, like.
Yeah, and then Ukraine was actually giving out, being like, "Fuck you guys," essentially, in the sense that like they're like,
as in Russia,
kind of like NATO and everything, essentially, because like they to like get it joined to like be part of the EU, all these other stuff, they essentially had to like give up their nukes, you know, because when they were part of the USSR, they had actually a lot of nukes. They even had more nukes than Russia for a while, and then but to like be part of the world peacekeeping and stuff, like they like gave up their nukes and stuff. They're like, you see, if we had those now, motherfuckers wouldn't attack us because they'd be scared.
Wait, but Ukraine is still not part of the EU, is it?
No, but the idea is like they want to join NATO, all these things. They had to like,
it's all
you know, like there's some stuff that you have to do as requirements. Yeah. But so like it's mad because, but the thing is, we don't want more nukes. Like everyone needs to stop having nukes. Like, and the funniest thing is, essentially, we're not meant to have any nukes. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh no, we don't have any nukes." Well, we all know you have nukes. We all know you're developing nukes.
Wait, so where did the nukes from Ukraine go? Like to Europe? Or
no, just like dismantled, stuff like that. So
searching the waters for
but like, you know, it's mad. Like Russia's going crazy.
Actually, I saw a lot of countries like trying to get their own citizens out of Ukraine and stuff, and I'm like, fuck, this is bad. Yeah. Actually, it was like Romania was put out like a thing saying that they're taking 500,000 people. Oh shit, really? They can take 500,000 people from Ukraine in. Like
Ukrainian people or Romanian?
People. No, Ukrainian people, like as in like a place to you know,
refugees essentially.
So I was like, okay, that's actually very nice, you know. I was like, this is at least.
Sure, Romania's on the doorstep, like. You know.
I know, they're like.
Sure, if you guys aren't careful, you might end up joining the USSR now.
We don't have Tsepers anymore. Like, there's no, you know. But I thought it was nice just to like, you know, offer that, and I hope like countries nearby as well can help the people, like, because the people are just in the middle of this. Yeah,
because they're seeing those two places as free states, so they're like, we're not attacking Ukraine. We're literally just helping these people who are being oppressed by Ukraine that want to be part of Russia.
Yeah, so bad.
You know, but nah, it's crazy, honestly. Like, this world is, this whole thing has been crazy. And then, you know, it's funny things, like, we had that situation there at the start of 2021, you know, after the whole 2020 pandemic and everything. It was like, it can't get any worse than 2021. There was like, oh my God, World War III could happen. And now in 2022, literally on our doorstep, people are like, yo, this shit is actually kind of serious. But, you know, I feel like the media is salivating. They are loving 100%. This. They're like, clicks, views. They like, if I think they're wanting to happen more than anyone, because they're like, we can report out so much. I'm like, bro, if everyone's dead, there ain't no one to pay for your shitty newspaper.
No, I 100%, because it's like, well, we went from like 2 years of people just constantly being on their phones and like at home, and we don't, like, you know, let's ride the wave, and the only way to find out more news about what's happening is like through social media and like whatever. So it's like, let's keep going as far as we can.
News media are loving this situation right now. They're like, sure, like that viral video just blew up of that reporter guy who was able to speak in 9 languages on different
I saw it. Yeah. I didn't actually see him, but I saw the title and I was like, what?
Yeah, he was like speaking for different channels, like 9 different languages, you know, reporter guy. So
and then there's people with like 2 languages being like applying for jobs. Like, You have people with 9.
Yeah,
Sit
it's
down.
pretty mad. No, he was speaking loud. It was actually pretty cool.
Do you know go ahead.
No, go on.
No, I was just gonna say that like I saw a meme the last day. It's like when World War III starts, but I'm there doing my daily Wordle, like still.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, that like it's like that TikTok you showed me. Like, it would be interesting to see like if it actually did start. Like, this is the first major war that would have like social media, all these things, and it's like, how do people go about living their lives? How do people go around talking about it? Everything's gonna be like at your fingertips, you know, like it's wild information, you know. The way
It's good around. Though. I think people haven't been, like you said, like, you know, as kept in the loop or like as educated on everything that's happening step by step. And obviously everyone's gonna like, what was the TikTok was saying, like, people were gonna put out content like they're being like, this is how you get more clicks, tag, you know, Russia X Ukraine, and like all this stuff. I'm like, jeez,
you know, all this madness. But nah, it's crazy, honestly. Like, I think this whole, like, tensions are high. I think it will settle down. I don't think we're going to World War III by any means, honestly.
I mean, hopefully.
Like, I highly doubt it.
Inshallah,
mutually assured destruction. Absolutely, no one wants that.
But there will be. I feel there is going to be some form of destruction and a lot of innocent people in the middle.
That happened already when Crimea was taken. You know, when Crimea was taken, the same thing already happened, right? That happened a few years ago. You know, when Russia took Crimea. Okay, like that. That's that. But it's still better than like full blown war.
100%.
You know, full blown war.
I think I just mean like in general. Like I feel like this is like part of history that's gonna, you know, be there.
Oh yeah, like these are stuff that you have in the history books. But like this, like we always talk about. Like, even look at the Cuban Missile Crisis that nearly happened, and that nearly caused World War III. You know that.
What was this?
This was way back when Cuba and America were going at it essentially and stuff.
Cuba like tiny?
Yeah, but they had lots of missiles. So like, but yeah, I know. Either way, like stuff like that, like things like this will be inside the history books of like, yo, this was a little bit of a risque situation at the time, you know, but we got over it, you know, like you learn from it, you know.
I remember the memes that were going around when, you know, Trump was, you know, in presidency, and it was like him playing around with the red button, like it was just really funny.
You know, yeah, no.
But hopefully it'll end up okay.
Yeah, what other news you're interested in right now?
Do you know what else I was gonna talk about? Okay, so this is like more personal news. Actually, I haven't discussed with you if we're gonna talk about it or not, but I like, it just feels right because it's official.
It's official.
Yeah.
What's official?
Oh my god, we're getting married.
What, nigga? Bro, I can't wait to see that clip because my eyes actually white and your head. I was like, what the fuck? Who told me? No, ain't no one told me that. Ain't no one told me that.
No, we are moving in together.
Yeah.
Finally got our lease, signed it and everything in Dublin. So
yeah, well, technically half official because if I don't pay them, they won't let us move in. So, you know,
but you're gonna pay them right.
Huh?
You're gonna pay them right.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see if we pay them. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm gonna pay them. Actually, gonna pay them tomorrow. But yeah, no, we're moving up to a place in Dublin. It'll be pretty nice. Looking forward to it. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. Obviously, first time of us technically,
like just
officially just us two living together, because like we've technically lived together before. Like in college, we both had a room in the same apartment. Yeah,
we're sharing my room. Let's be honest. Like.
Yeah, but we both had a room. Like, I mean, and then we shared a room, and then we did that, and then there was a time during lockdown that you were living in the apartment with me and with the boys up in Dublin, but like never a time when it was just both of us living in the apartment.
Just us two. That's why, you know, been keeping this on low key. No, could we be looking, and I guess now we can actually talk about all our viewings and experience, and I guess that can be the next half of our, you know, podcast if you want. We don't have to.
I'll tell you right now that it wasn't that much because we kind of started this real quick.
Yeah, I know. Like this is why it can be like half like,
because I trust me, I know what real looking is. I had to do that shit 2 times in Dublin. What am I saying 2 times? I did that 3 or 4 times actually in Dublin. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man.
No, obviously this was my first time that I was like, you know.
Oh, man, you had it so easy actually.
Yeah, and it was just like, let's go see this one, and then we got it. I'm like, that's it.
Essentially, yeah.
But I was looking on Daft for quite some time and Rent.ie and like all these things, and you were getting a shack for like 2k a month, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So it's like, step number one, it can't be in Dublin City, like just cannot afford that life. And second of all, it's not that I don't want to be picky with the place that we're living in, but I also like didn't want to live in a shithole, you know. So
why didn't you want to live in a shithole?
Because
like plenty of people live in a shithole.
I feel like not only,
you know, you can share a bed with someone for €500 a month. Welcome to Dublin.
And then like, you know, that sound of like blink blink.
But you know, the funniest thing is that is actually true. You can share a bed or a room with someone. Yeah. The cheapest accommodation you can get in Dublin is €500, and it's usually means you're sharing a bed or you're sharing a room with someone. That's wild.
And it's like, here, a random stranger, live with them.
Yeah.
Like what?
Or you pay €100 a month for like a closet, or if you're lucky, a slightly bigger closet.
It's ridiculously priced, and like, I get it because everyone else is doing it. So like, what? Why would anyone like not do it? And I get it, whatever. So like, you know, I was looking at places that are decent because I know that we're gonna be arguing a lot as we do, and I feel like that would have been a main cause of argument had the place not been like nice enough, you know. Like, it'd be like, oh, this is not working, let me take it on my partner. Like, obviously, like, this is not,
that's all Nicola does. She just assaults me.
I'm just saying, I think it would have just been a lot of like, oh, this is so annoying. Do you get me?
Because Nicola is annoying.
No, just because come on, we want the comfort of our own home. Like, it's the first time we're moving together, so we saw this. I think I sent Farouk the thing, and it was like 1,607.
Yeah, it was like six something, something. Okay. Yeah, we're like, all right, I guess we'll add it to the viewing list. And then there's this other kind of like place. I guess we can say the name of that one since we're actually not going there. It's like Vesta.
But there was another one that we really liked.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was this one in Abbey Glen or whatever. It was actually really affordable. It was like 1,400 or something like that.
It was
like from the photos anyway, it looked huge for a 1-bedroom apartment. It was so spacious. I was like, bro, I want this bad. And then we both sent emails. We even called. And they told us, sorry, no calls, just emails. They sent us a reply that we didn't see until like a week and a half later because it was in our spam. But to be honest,
I found it.
Yeah, Nicoletta found it. It was in the spam. But to be honest, the email said, oh, there's actually a lot of people on this. We can add you to the waiting list. When you hear there's a waiting list, you might as well forget about the property. Like, there's no such thing as a waiting list in Dublin. It means you're not getting it.
Yeah, or it's like, well, yeah, on display it's 1,400, but they're offering 2K, so.
Yeah, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. Like, if there's a waiting list, you're not getting it. Forget about it. Like, the moment you hear waiting list, you're like, thank you for your time. Bye-bye. Yeah. You know, move on with your life. Yeah. But yeah, that place is really nice. But obviously, as we said, waiting list, we weren't getting it. And then Vesta was okay. It was like one of those fancy schmancy ones.
But you applied online, so Farouk did the whole process online. So like, before you could even view what they had available, you had to send pay slips and stuff. So I was like, okay, this is the first time I've seen approved like this. But like you said, it was fancy schmancy stuff. So.
Yeah, you get like a gym inside. You get all these things, cinema,
which is pretty nice, but like,
you know, all these other like things you don't need. Like, unless you're, I feel like those places are good if you're living with your buddies or like you're a bachelor. Like, well, otherwise,
it's given student accommodation.
You know, like, you don't need it if you're like with another person. Like, you don't, like, you can do all those things.
Because so we initially the first place we went to was this one that we got, and then instantly, like, we really, really, really liked it because I think it was bigger than we expected it to be as well.
Yeah, exactly.
In pictures, it looked more, you know.
It looked a little bit tighter. Compact. Well, to be honest, the first apartment we did see, like, so there are different blocks and different apartments. The first apartment we did was a bit smaller, but it would have fit us. Like, it would have been tight, but it would have fit us. You get me, right? Because
that's the one we initially saw, and we're like, we like it. Let's
exactly. But then luckily, she was like, hey, there's this other place, like, in the other blocks that we're actually, because we said we wanted to move in March. So she's like, actually, if you want to move in March, there's a few other ones that have just been finished and they're ready because these are new apartments. And then and there's one here on the ground floor. And then we're like, all right, cool, let's go see that. We went to go see it, and then boom, bada bing, it was way bigger.
Yeah, bigger.
Way bigger.
I think the reason for this, the one that we went to see had like 2 random storage spaces. They were just really random and
they're
awkward.
Just taking up so much space in the apartment, right?
Like, and they were like just a bunch of doors, and it's like, what's behind this, and then this is 2 storage rooms and a utility room, so you had like 3 random spaces, whereas this one only had 1. So 1 utility and 1 storage, and I feel like the space
the space was way bigger than, so like that we were like, and it was cheaper as well, so we were just like, yeah, we'll take
we're
this.
taking this
We'll
one.
take this one. And then Nicoletta was freaking out for the next, like, so I did the whole process of like filling in the stuff that they told us to fill in, whatever. And then they said specifically, before I even did that, they're like, oh, it will take 5 to 7 working days, like, well, 5 to 7 days.
Business
but obviously
days,
that
yeah.
means business days. Like, no one ever says 5 to 7 days and they mean normal days. Like, no, it means 5 to 7 working days. And then Nicoletta's out here, like, it's like 6 days, 6 working days, which was like maybe like, I think 9 or something because of the weekend or whatever, or 8. And then Nicoletta's
Can you imagine how long this was for me?
She
I was like,
was
if someone else
stressed.
took her place, like,
She was like, "Oh my God, they're not gonna approve us. We're not getting it. Oh my God."
Even though, like, the lady when we were there, she was like, "Yeah, I'm reserving it."
Yeah, she
You
literally
guys.
put our name down and everything.
But I was
you
like,
know?
no, because it's not official.
You know, and Nicola was just stressed, and it stressed me. And then I was like, "Fuck, all right." I emailed them,
Yeah.
and then literally the next day, literally on the 7th working day, they're like, "It's been approved."
But bro, imagine, like, I was telling everyone I'm moving. Like, at this stage, like, I told everyone, I told work I'm moving, everything, and then we still didn't have it confirmed. And I was like, this is gonna
Nicola
look
was
really
stressed. She
bad.
was sweating, you know. She
Yeah.
was sweating.
I was,
It
and then
was-
like when I got the news, it was.
Yeah, Nicola was very happy once she saw that. She's like, "Oh my
But
God."
also just wanted to like compare it to like Vesta as well. I felt like when we got there, because it was the second place we viewed, it was open viewing as well, but it was just kind of messy. There was just a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
place,
sure, we did come at the very end of
Yeah.
like the viewing as well.
but there's a lot of people there from the end of it. I
Yeah.
can't imagine how many were there at the beginning. Like,
Yeah,
it must
that's
have
true.
been crazy.
Sure, one lad that was there was like, "Hey, are you trying to get a roommate?" Like, he was talking to me, like, and then he's like, "Cause I'm trying to move in on Tuesday." I was like, "Bro, the fuck you mean? No, I can't move in on Tuesday. I'm still looking around for stuff, you know." So
But it's so random. Like, I don't even know your name.
I wouldn't have mind. I sent that to Nicola, and she found that so weird. I was like, if I was genuinely trying to move into a place, I wouldn't have mind being like, "Oh yeah, both of us let's go get a 2-bedroom apartment."
I guess I get
like
it.
if I was dead set on Vesta, obviously, like I would have like, "Yeah, cool, let's go." You know, like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
No, we were comparing and contrasting a little bit, and the apartment was bigger.
Yeah,
but,
Vesta
like,
was bigger, but Nicoletta would like to say, "Hold on, it's not as homey. It's not
That's
as homey."
exactly what I was gonna say. It just did you get the vibe from a home there? It just felt like
A nice fancy apartment.
like it felt like student accommodation.
It felt like a
It didn't feel
fancy
like a
apartment.
home.
It felt like a fancy apartment. Like.
It was like I won't even describe it fancy.
I just didn't like
anyway.
the colors.
I didn't like how they were like one of them had a kitchen just smack down random here, and then like there's like a living room further away, and then like a room in the other direction, and the bathroom was somewhere, and I'm like, this is spread out so awkwardly and stuff. It doesn't feel like together.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like Vesta was just like the layout wasn't as good. It was much fancier, I think.
There's a lot of amenities,
you know, and amenities
whatever.
and stuff like that. But I personally, I just didn't deep. I didn't really
But-
like it. I also really hated the colors. The colors really bothered me for everything.
And it was more expensive.
Yeah, that was also another thing. I don't think so. Vesta was 1,800 a month, but that price wasn't justified with like all
We
the
did
stuff
the
you're.
math, like.
Yeah, we ran the numbers. It didn't work
So
out.
Nicola, put on the calculator
Uh,
right now.
We ran the numbers. The difference in price was just not justifiable.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so
like their whole shtick was like, oh, car park's included, this bill is included, and this one isn't. So we were just like, okay, let's just do the numbers here real quick what it comes to, and this one that we went with is still cheaper. And also there was a lot of other factors like what's nearby, you know, and that mattered because like
yeah.
I want to go on foot, like I want to be able to go wherever, you know.
Yeah, do whatever.
This place that we went ahead with has like a shopping center very close by.
Yeah.
It has a bus stop nearby, so we can like go to the city if needs be. You know, things like this. Even though it's not in the city center, it's like access to the city center.
Exactly.
Whereas like Vesta is just a bunch of homes. Like,
it's like a residential area essentially, but not like one of the residential areas where like they're building like a community around. It's more. It's one of the residential areas that's literally only residential, and then you drive to wherever else you need to be
like you
for
need a
whatever
car.
you want. Yeah. So like, you know, it wasn't like distance wise and like closeness to things. It wasn't as good.
and you had to go on
either.
the M50.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like,
God knows I don't want to do that to myself.
you take that back.
You know. So yeah, no, Vesta was just not it. No offense. sue us for defamation because this isn't defamation.
No. Like, and it was
this
like,
is a personal opinion.
like I said, like you said, it's nice, and if you want to move with your guy friends or girlfriends, whatever,
or as a bachelor,
great.
bro.
But then again, I'm like, fuck, everything is so far. Like, if I wanted to walk to a shop, there's like a Centra closer by, but a Tesco was like a solid 20-minute like effort walk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, this is so inconvenient. Like,
yeah. Well, to be honest, Farouk from back in the day would say otherwise to you, because remember, I was living in a place. I was living in what's it called, near kind of like Phibsborough area. What's it called? I can't remember.
Qatar? No.
That's the other place we're living.
Marino?
It's Marino, exactly. And I was living at like Marino, and essentially that's like a 30-minute or so, 35-minute walk from town. And so like if I wanted to go to like Tesco, then I had to go down there and walk down and walk back. And it was a 45-minute walk from work, and I did that every single day my internship, back and forth. I didn't care, like, because to me, I don't care about walking. Like, my dad was like, oh my god, I can't believe you're walking 45 minutes each way. That's an hour and a half every day. And I was like, I don't care.
But there was a bus if you wanted to take
it. There was a bus.
There
was a bus for me to take if I want. I just didn't take because I just don't care about walking that distance like every day. But yeah, so essentially what I would always do is like, on my way back from work, I would hit the Tesco up and buy bits like every day, every week. You know, I never do a big shop, obviously. So like, cause I'd be just dragging shit for like fucking 35 minutes. Like, I had no interest in doing that. So like, just buy my bits and whatever. But yeah, no, like, I lived all over around Dublin.
Fair play, bro.
So it's not too bad. But
I think I was gonna say, like, with Vesta, I'm just thinking now, I think like we saw a bus stop, but it just doesn't look like the type of area where buses come. But, like, respectfully, like, it just looked like buses don't go near there, you know, like.
Yeah, it was just that one big long residential area, like, so no, but yeah, no, we're definitely very happy with the place. We're going to get the keys this weekend and move some of the stuff, and then I'm gonna have to have a busy week next week. I'm very busy, and then I'm going to have to get stuff, come back, go to England. Yeah, that's something I'm doing. And then
about your adventures this week. He's going without me.
I'm not talking about anything. Everything happens in English.
Oh.
I'm joking. Don't crucify me. But no, so I'm doing that, and then when I come back is probably when we're gonna move up permanently and
move
everything.
Because we're going to go pick up the keys and stuff. We're like, yeah, fuck it, we can drop a bunch of stuff off. And I bought a bunch of house stuff, actually, so I'm really excited. Because once it was confirmed that we have the place, I was like running to the shop.
She was burning through the money.
And then, like, Frug left me by myself. Like, I was in JYSK, and he's like, yeah, I'm going back in the car. I'm like,
yeah, because I was bored.
This is shocking.
She just asked me, like, she looks at, like, these towels. I'm just like, do you like these? I'm just like, I really don't care. It's a towel.
It's ridiculous. I'm like,
it's a towel.
I'm like, I'm not coming with them again. And then I made the mistake of going again with you and your friend. And then I was like, guys, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Neither of them like cared.
Like,
they were
it's
like,
just a towel.
It's a laundry basket.
Yeah,
get this one, it's cheaper. And I'm like,
yes.
But then I want the pretty one.
You know, like I can understand if it's like a house I bought, right? This is what I always say. If it's a house I bought.
But these are things I bring with you.
I don't know how my house is going to look like. No. So I might not be able to use it. If it's a house I bought, I want it to look good. I want it to be, you know, home decor, this is aesthetic.
Bring with you.
But when it's a place I'm literally renting, bro, get the fuck out of here. I don't care.
No, because I'm 100% planning to take a lot of stuff with me onwards. Like, I bought, like, stuff like a kettle, like a toaster.
How about if it doesn't color match with the walls and
it's clear,
so I don't want it.
It's literally clear. It's glass.
How about the towels, all these things? It doesn't color match.
They do because I bought them in such a way that I like them. And
you like them.
Well, you better like them too, motherfucker.
I'm just saying, like, when I hopefully maybe buy a house, I'm gonna be very selective.
Shut
like
up.
Nicola wants to bring this big ass black dresser she has into like a house I eventually buy. God knows.
Black what?
This black dresser.
Oh, dresser.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it.
I'm like, if it doesn't fit the color scheme, it's not coming.
Well, if it doesn't fit the color scheme, you buy a new one. Like, I don't really care.
You buy a new one.
I'm not buying a new one.
It's your dresser.
You're buying a new one.
Whoa, you're paying rent for my house.
No, you're
paying
buying
rent.
a new one.
You're paying rent.
But
compensate all those costs.
I actually bought these yellow pillows. They're so nice. They're gonna go so nice in the living room. I think they're gonna look great.
Wow, I think that's news to me as much as it is to you, honestly.
I bought so much
Half the stuff,
guys.
honestly, half the stuff that I'm gonna see
He's gonna be like,
on the weekend when we move in
oh.
is gonna be news to me as well. Like, to be honest, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck's this?
Yeah. But just to recommend a couple of like places to go buy stuff. Don't buy stuff in like electronic shops, like, you know, Harvey Norman.
Wow, you don't electronic stuff for home goods?
Shut up. If people don't know these things, like, unless you're looking to like splurge or whatever, but if you're looking to move into a place, you probably don't have that budget to like, you know, whatever. There was this kettle I really wanted. I wanted it to be see-through because they're really cool. They're like glass. I was like, I really want. Is it
glass? I thought it was like plastic.
It's a kettle. It can't be plastic.
Oh, sorry, not plastic. Like some kind of Pyrex or one of those things.
It's whatever. It's not gonna burst, so I'm sure it's whatever. But it was like 60 quid in PC World and Harvey Norman, and then I bought it for 30 in the Range, and it was also 30 in Home Store.
No, Harvey Norman was 35. Sure, but I think
30, that's home Store and more.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. Either way. Yeah.
It'll be fun. And then like
we'll see how fun it is when I come back to you guys and to let you know all this shit I've had to go through.
Shut up. Just shut up. In our podcast though, obviously in a couple of weeks it'll be recorded in a new place, so that'll be nice, you know.
Yeah, I need to actually figure out that setup of how it's gonna look. God knows, like that's gonna be an interesting one I have to think about because
it'll be on our kitchen table. I've already decided.
She's already decided. It's
very aesthetic, then I'm already happy, so you don't need to do that.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. I guess you'll find out next time. Well, not this episode, not the next episode, possibly not even the episode after that.
The one after that.
Possibly in the next 3 episodes you will see the location, because now that I'm thinking about it, England plus whatever. It's probably the next 3 episodes you'll see it. So look. So now you have 3 episodes to look forward to before you know the big reveal. Which one's gonna be? Which one's gonna be? So, and then you can enjoy the content as you do. You know.
We can let you know the struggle of moving everything in and all that fun stuff. Freaks. But I'm excited to share that with you guys.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, fun. Oh. Fresh count.
Cute.
All right. Anyway.
Till next time, gang.
Peace.